Pokemon Phax.
Once upon a time, a boy and his family lived in a quaint little cottage in Pallet Town. Just like every other children, the boy too was enamored with Pokemon, and so for his 7th birthday, he requested he received one of his own. His thoughtful, loving parents agreed that he was of age for such responsibility and discussed which Pokemon would be suitable for the boy. A week later, the dad brought home a gift-wrapped box the size of a birthday cake. With a wide smile, he instructed his son to open his present, and so the child excitedly ripped the packaging, wondering what Pokemon his father had brought for him. Suddenly, the lid burst open and 4 gangly limbs unfurled from within. A strange clown face jutted from the box and peered below at the boy. "Happy birthday," said the dad as he wrapped an arm around his wife. The boy's mom didn't seem too keen on the choice of Pokemon, and neither did the boy. But he didn't want to appear ungrateful, so he thanked his dad and quietly finished his dinner. When the boy turned in for the night, he left the Pokemon in the living room. Mr. Mime's humanoid shape unsettled the child, and he didn't want to sleep with it lingering near the foot of his bed. But sometime during the night, he heard his door creak open and saw Mr. Mime staring at him through the crack with a gleeful smile. The boy pulled a blanket over his head and watched the creature's silhouette approach through the linen. It leaned closer and closer and sniffed him like a dog. Frightened, the boy jumped off his bed, causing the creature to leap towards the ceiling and scurry away like a giant French spider. In the morning, the boy looked for his dad to tell him what happened, but he was nowhere to be found. He saw his mother reading a letter in the kitchen with a glass of Chardonnay. She looked like she had been crying for a while, the mascara running down her petite face. The boy didn't understand why she seemed so distraught and instinctively reached out to comfort her. But then he saw Mr. Mime place a hand gently on his mother's shoulder. She buried her face in his clown chest and bawled like a child. Sometime during the evening, the boy stepped out to look for his father, but he was nowhere to be seen. Dejected, he walked back inside the house and heard a soft giggle emanate from the living room. There he saw his mother snuggle up against the Pokemon as they watched a movie together. He was still very much terrified of the creature, but she seemed happy. Genuinely happy. At least much happier than she had been with his dad. So he walked back to his room without a word. Next day, the boy woke up and was startled at the sight of Mr. Mime in his father's clothing. His mother hummed a cheery tune as she made breakfast as Mr. Mime gave her a light slap across her bottom. His mother yelped, then giggled like a schoolgirl. She seemed to be in much better mood and completely unconcerned with the whereabouts of her husband. Desperate to avoid this absurd development, the boy averted his gaze. He looked out the window and saw a fresh dirt mound in an otherwise undisturbed grass. He felt the light squeeze on his shoulder and noticed Mr. Mime staring at him through his father's spectacles. The Pokemon leaned in close as he whispered, "I'm your dad now." The boy sighed and nodded reluctantly. I'm the old man trapped in your neighbor's cellar, and this has been another episode of Pokemon Phax. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more factual Pokemon facts. Have a wonderful Pokemon day.